It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards on the play. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 37. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award. You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes, left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise you
6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in the hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing, Jones. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A first down carry for Barkley, down to about the 45. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Gano's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Let's go now.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 11. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Eagles had 10-6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Hurts. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeau able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. On the return, it's James. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 44, Jones. He's got Bellinger. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the... So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Jones. Touchdown! Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to move back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 55 yards. And the Eagles have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field, because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Jones, 32 yards. And the Giants have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a... Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Devontae Smith with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
The tackle there by Marcus Epps.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
takes it at the 7. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the call.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 26 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 22-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Second down and 3. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get it. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 115 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Jones throw taken in by Slayton. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play action here on first down. Once again, he finds Slayton. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
On second down and 4, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can say a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Gano the extra point, and this is back to an 8-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And some room to roam now. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. The quick slant caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton from a yard out. And the Giants have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Jones throwing for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first intercept. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Buying time to his left. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for a Giants first down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Gano's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. He's got room at the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Second down, back to Sanders. They stiff arms him. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Go, Reed, go!
They'll run with Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he got it. He puts it through, and it's the ultimate capper to the regular season. And the Eagles are going to win the football game.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Philadelphia,
they conclude the regular season with a final record of 11-6.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Giants,
the loss means they'll finish at 11-6 overall.
And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoff.